Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. I don't believe the situation around the world has to be explained to most everybody. Somebody, unless you haven't listened to the news in years. But the situation in Gaza and all the protests that are going on, and they're making political hay, of course, out of this, and you know, Republicans are up in arms about the leftist and the vile attacks on civility and the citizenry, the social structure, because people are blocking highways and, you know, protesting. And I just think, well, first of all, on Gaza, the situation is horrible. Horrible. And it's not just because, Palestinians are dying. Innocent people die, especially nowadays, in war. Whether it's declared or not, they're going to die. The, the innocents always suffer. Why? Well, one of these things, Hamas hides behind them. Everybody does bad things in war. There's not a damn good thing about it. It's all fueled on hate and divisiveness and just arrogance and ego and pride. It has nothing to do with honor. It has nothing to do with integrity. Give me a break. There's warriors who fight in war that take the good cause, and you have to fight against the bad cause. You have to do what's right, even though killing is immoral and indecent. But you have to protect. You have to do what's right, and that is right. Protect your home, protect your country, protect your family, because you have to do that. I don't care what religion you are, you have to do that. Now, not everybody does that, but the protests in Frisco and other places around the country, and these people like this Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas or Alabama, saying, we don't care, throw the suckers off the bridge, do whatever. What happened to these people? What on God's green earth happened to these people? That they would suggest, as authoritarians, as people in power, as senators, to just go ahead and toss people off a bridge because they're inconveniencing you with their heartfelt protests. I don't care if you agree with them or not. But if this Tom Cotton character had, another group over there that he's aligned with, he wouldn't throw them off. He'd say, yeah, it's their right. These people are nuts. It's just that. They've lost their way. And sadly, that's the way it is. The same with the Ukraine. People are dying in the Ukraine. People are dying in the Ukraine. They're dying all over the world with violence in different degrees. Whether it's war, declared war, whether it's domestic violence, whether it's handguns in homes, whether it's just stupid people doing stupid things. People are dying hard deaths. And it's not right. To blame Biden for the situation in Gaza, he has influence. Obviously, it's America. We're the most powerful country in the world economically and weaponry. Of course. And you give money with foreign aid. Foreign aid is a two-edged sword. And it's always been. You need the wisdom it's not a one idea serves all. There has to be wisdom. I talk about Solomon in the Old Testament. going to divide the child. That was wise thinking. Well, I never really adhered to that wisdom because if one of the women did not declare herself, for those who know the story, the baby would have been killed. It's placed on the assumption that people are decent underneath, in that heart of heart in their soul. Gaza is not alone. The Hamas, what they did when they attacked the Israelis, okay, it was a smart military, quote unquote, military move. They've done it before. Attack on holidays, the guards down, the intelligence not so good in Israel. And I heard stories of the spyware that's out. Didn't do its job. This spyware is horrible stuff, by the way, called Pegasus, I think. This is leading to problems across the board, not just Gaza, not just Ukraine. You cannot isolate, you cannot forget those places, but it's not just Joe Biden, for crying out loud. It's not just one idea. You can't just say, you can voice your opinions, of course. That's what America's all about, or was. I don't know what it is right now. But, you can do it. You should do it. Let people know. That's what these clips are. That's what YouTube's all about. Do it. But do it in a sensible, reasonable way. Now, I don't agree with blocking highways and, I heard one commentator say, what if somebody's on the way to the hospital? What if this? What if that? Well, of course. There's consequences to your actions. Every action you take has a consequence. What are you going to do about that? You have an accident. I remember being stalled when I was in Illinois years back. Big accident on the highway. We just had to sit there. We're trying to catch a plane. Inconvenienced. Traffic stopped dead. There might have been deaths in the accident. I don't know. But it's an inconvenience. And were there ambulances? Were there pregnant women in that huge line down the street? Of course there were. But that's what happens in life. You run out with your pregnant wife to go to the hospital, and what happens? You got a flat tire. You end up delivering the baby in the back seat. It happens. People die because of these things. It happens. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Do you point your finger at these protesters? Of course there should be. If you have a conscious mind and you say, I'm going to do this just to raise, awareness. There's other ways to raise awareness. There's many other ways. You don't have to inconvenience people. You don't have to put the kibbutz on major cities or bridge traffic or anything like that. But if you do, you do. And let the police come in, swoop them up, take them out, whatever. If they're breaking the law, they break the law. But obviously today, you got like this Trump guy, and I hate to keep going back to him, but he's right there in your face every damn day. He breaks the law all the time, and then he spins it and says, no, it isn't the law. People buy that. They just buy into whatever the hell he says. But he broke the law. It's the law. It's an election law, finance law. It should have been taken to task a long time ago, but it wasn't. But he still broke the law, like that Ted Cruz guy down in Texas. Finance issues, money. What is that movie, Cabaret, with Liza Minnelli? Money. That's what it's all about. It's always been money and power. Don't get distracted. But decency and honor prevail. Always. That's what needs to be there. You fight for the right and decency that you have to. You have to fight sometimes. It's the way it is. It's nuts. It's insanity in my mind, but it's the way it is because if you're a decent, loving, caring person, you shouldn't be fighting. You should be caring. Open up your mind and heart to different opinions. But at some point, the arrogance and the pride is going to wear thin. There's not going to be compromise, and there's going to be war. There's going to be fisticuffs. There's going to be attacks, both verbal and physical. That's what's going to happen in this country. It's not going to be a civil war. I've said it in a previous clip. And who the heck you got to lead the thing anyway? Lindsey Graham? I don't think so. Anyway, there are, Michael Flynn, ex-general. I guess he's got some creds, but I think he's flown the coop. There's just so much here. Gaza is only an idea. It's only it's an idea that's caused pain and suffering across the board. And people do have the right and should protest what's going on there because it's wrong. Attacking civilians, yes, it's wrong. Hamas hiding behind civilians, yes, it's wrong. Two wrongs make a right? No. Two wrongs are just two wrongs. But it's a difficult row to hoe, whether you're Biden and Netanyahu. I didn't even know what his thinking is. But, and these people are confused. Israel has a tremendous history. What they did, how they did it, how they survived, look into it, man. But anyway, Israel and Ukraine, and now these people are arguing about funding and all that stuff. Ukraine's fighting for its life. Do people even care? Do these people lose any sleep? Do they shed a tear for anybody? I doubt it. I doubt it. If there was any empathy in Congress in this nutty place that we have, and just spend is wrong too. Obviously, it's not one or the other. But that's where character matters. That's where wisdom matters. That's where ideas, uniformity with social norms, if there are any left, matter. Not throwing people off bridges, not attacking civilians. And, they did that in World War II. They did that in World War I. They did that. Years ago, they didn't attack. Well, I shouldn't say that. The Mongols did. There were a variety of other attacking armies, killed everybody. They didn't care. Women, children, didn't matter. So I can't say it's a new thing. But in modern warfare, it's open. Everybody, economic, hit them at the core. But don't blame one person. Don't blame Joe Biden. Don't blame Netanyahu, though Netanyahu and the Hamas leadership, they really, and especially the Hamas guys, they just hate. They just hate. Look at how they hate. Look at what they did. It's horrible what they did to those women and hostages. It's horrible. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for any of it, but there's no reason for that mainly. Just brutal rapes. They did that in Serbia and other places. The same, using rape. How the hell do these men do that? Anyway, it's not one blame. It's difficult. But you have to have character and honor and decency in your heart to deal with some of this garbage that's out there. If you need to have power behind you to stop the violence, then use it. That's what a leader does. Uses it when he needs to. That's why you have an army. It's not just to sit there and polish their weapons, it's to use the damn things, and that's what it's for. Political use. Anyway, it's not one focus. I guess that's my point. It goes back to character and honor, which we need desperately in our political world, around the bloody world. not just here in the States, but everywhere. It's getting worse, much worse. Guard yourselves, please. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. If you hit the like button, it does whatever it does. And, comment. Always comment. And don't comment to me, comment to everybody out there. Make your voices heard. My viewership is small, but people need something. They need something. You might be the one giving it to them. You never know. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Bye for now.